your time for a while. Okay, so my name is Erik Lönroth, and I know quite a few of you in here. And my background is from computer science. I work in a few places. I'm running two businesses in the US around software development. some works, some don't. I also work as a technical manager for the high performance computing at a Swedish company called Scania. I'm involved in the open source community in Sweden, most notably maybe from the Open Source Sweden framework that exists here in Sweden. And I do a bunch of stuff with my spare time. Today, I was asked to be here from a few places, and I just want to be clear that I'm here as myself, and I don't represent the company. Although it says Scania on this note, but I am today here as myself. And my topic today, I want to share with you my thoughts around two very important concepts that we all sort of encounter now, which is the concept of cloud. Very cloudy, right? But the concept of cloud in relation to another very important concept, which is the open or open source world, or whatever you want to define as open. And I think that in my weird situation sometimes, I end up in very difficult situations when I need to take decisions. Oh, and that is so difficult. But every one of us are in a position when we need to take decisions, right? This is nothing that is exclusive to a company. Everyone takes decisions in their life. I took a decision today to come as myself. I took a decision to wear these clothes to emphasize maybe that there is a bunch of decisions that everyone needs to take in their life. And sometimes you end up in a role when you need to take a decision on behalf of an organization or a company. But in the end, there is a decision. And in the time that we live in, with the concept of clouds and also the concept of open and free and maybe privacy, those questions or those decisions are extremely difficult. And anyone who is in those positions, be it privately or in company position, knows this is very difficult. I'm in a very, my position in life is, I guess, very blessed, and also sometimes very hard because I need to take decisions. Sometimes it's my private life, but sometimes it's also with relation to not very large companies. That also takes a lot of money, and of course, then you're going to end up in very nervous situations. And I made this presentation on Nextcloud, so thank you, Frank Policek and Nextcloud community to provide this excellent cloud software. Right, it doesn't even show the second, let's see, it doesn't work perfectly, but I guess we need to make sacrifices sometimes. So, what's supposed to be here, so I'm just going to close on that one here. Nah, forget about this then. Should I use the microphone? Can you hear me? Anyway, do I need to use the microphone? I'm not supposed to use this. Alright, I'm gonna skip out on that. Unfortunately, I can only see half of it, but let's stay with this then. Let's go with that. Okay, then I'll do without it. Then we can look at this way. Okay, so bear with me then. Okay, so what's going on in my head? So, decision making. Back to the decision making, sorry for this thing. How do you take decisions in respect to clouds and open? And of course, then being infrastructure in many respects. How do you take decisions? And maybe the other slide, I'm going to try to maybe then use this. So what is actually, what do decisions, what are they made of? And you can see that. Okay, so let me write what I'm seeing here, so what I wrote down. So decision. And if you take this into respect of infrastructure, one thing is like, where do I place my stuff? Right? Where do I place it? And in many cases, this question is in relationship to infrastructure. Means in whose cloud do I place it? Right? This is a really difficult question, but you know, this is still something that is you need to take that sort of decision at some point. It could otherwise also be something that you're unaware of, and that maybe someone else takes that decision for you, but still, it is a decision. Another question that needs a decision is to where do I place my data? Where do I put it? So that's part of the decision for real. And that would, to most of you, you know, that would affect stuff like money. It will either cost you X or it will cost you Y. It doesn't really matter. And then you're trying to figure out whichever of those decisions that you need to take will be the cheapest one. That is a typical thing that you normally think about. But there are other aspects, of course, of where you place your data. So, there are other decisions, such as what happens to my rights in respect to open, right? And so, what happens to my rights? What happens to the end user's rights when you make that decision? There are other decisions that you need to take. Well, that means, of course, do you relinquish them or do you keep them? What does it mean to open source? That's a very good question, actually. What does it mean to open source? I'm not talking strictly about your rights in respect to licensing, but what happens to developers? Their rights or their ability to learn. Their ability to learn about great software. What happens to that? When access to whatever goes on in whatever your decision you take, what happens to it? This is a subject that is fairly unknown. There's not a lot of answers around this question. I don't pretend that I have them maybe, but those are the questions that concerns me when trying to make decisions. And of course, then we also have what happens to the engineering part of this. How do you actually build infrastructure? How do you build the infrastructure in a way that you even have the opportunity to take these decisions at all? And of course, that's why it's so great to be at this Open Infrastructure Day, because it combines really two very important aspects. The open part of the thing and also the infrastructure. In some of my roles that I have, I end up in a very weird situation. It's that infrastructure is considered being a liability or something that costs too much money and you really don't want to have it. I think maybe the whole cloud idea is actually like, oh, it's difficult to maintain, I don't want it here, I just want to run this. And the cloud concept was a great invention because it blurred the vision, it blurred the idea of what actually goes on. And the funny thing when you talk about people that are not accustomed to know what infrastructure is at all, it's primarily considered cost. And it's like, this is something that you need, unfortunately, I hope really that many of you have completely different views on this, but in the end, this is what I encountered. And this is of course extremely weird, now considering one of the largest companies in the world is actually making really a lot of money doing exactly that, providing infrastructure. It turns out that maybe, and I'm not into money in that way, I don't know, but I'm guessing that maybe infrastructure might actually be one of the most valuable things that you actually can sell. Otherwise, I guess that Amazon Web Services wouldn't do that good, right? Maybe infrastructure is extremely valuable, but it's not considered that. It's considered an unnecessary evil, or an unnecessary thing. Okay, so now the final thing that I want to share about reflections on infrastructure is the notion of who are we, or who is actually consuming infrastructure. Who is it? And what is the notion about that? And how does it relate to open? And this is very difficult to me. So I called a friend of mine who's in the audience at the moment. I called him yesterday. I was like, shit, I'm in a hurry tomorrow. I need to ask you, because I'm gonna maybe say something that's not really right here. I'm not sure. Please, before I do something weird, can I just have a chat with you about my thoughts around the concept of a user? And why is this important? Because it relates to something that I think is a completely different thing, and that is the subscriber. And this is important to me when I'm trying to make decisions. Because in the open source world, open source really only deals with users. It's actually, it's user-centric. And it stipulates what rights a user has to software. Oh shit, I'm feeling really on deep water here. I know there's like lawyers here. Okay, so we've got users here. And if you're in the open part of this, you have a set of rights that are the open source rights. So you're aware of them and you're talk about them. But when we're talking about clouds, something happens here between users. Something happens between that very thin line. Is that at some point you end up in an account. You end up in a subscription, right? There's something happens and you become a subscriber. And you start consuming infrastructure through an account. So somewhere along this line, maybe some of you remember when you bought your first copy of, or maybe you pirated it, a copy of Microsoft Windows 3.11. You for sure owned it, right? You had it, or maybe you didn't own it, but still you had it, and it was on your computer, and you were definitely a user of it. You were definitely, and if you're talking about open source, and if you got the code and you compiled it and you ran it on the computer, you were definitely a user. And then we are playing, slowly we move into the world of clouds, and now we're all running Office 365. And we do not know. What are we? No, we can be transformed into the concept of being a subscriber to something. And what happens? Somewhere along this line, something important happens. And that in my opinion, needs to go into, that is a parameter when you make decisions. And it's a parameter. Why? Let me play a little, give you a thought game here. Internet as such. Are you a user of the internet, or are you a subscriber to the access to the internet today? Let me give you another thought example of this. What if your business, what if the core infrastructure of your business, do you own it? Or are you a subscriber to your own business? And what happens to your right to your this is a gradient, right? I'm definitely not saying that not utilizing or subscribing to infrastructure. I'm definitely not saying that that's a bad thing. What I'm saying, that there is a parameter in decision. And those are my reflections today on open source in relationship to the cloud area that we're all living in, and the difficulties taking decisions in this world. I don't really come with a lot of answers to this. I don't really come with a lot of answers to this. I have a lot of opinion in my personal life. When do I really want to be a user? Like, when do I need to maintain control to avoid the fact to be a subscriber to the stuff that I put in? I spend some time doing that, and sometimes I get really nervous about it because most of us, very important thing, as a subscriber to someone else's infrastructure. And yeah, I think this is my takeaway, and I don't have any answer. I should perhaps show you a bunch of pictures of cats or something, but I won't. Thank you everyone for listening. I'm not going to steal any more time, and I hope that I gave you something with this